This is our wash plant. We take the gravel, the rock out of the ground, we bring it over, we dump it in a pile over here, it gets fed into the hopper, grizzly. Then we've got 2 4-inch pumps down here to give us water, 3 settling ponds, which aren't really that big. So the dirty water goes into the first settling pond, and all the heavy fines, like all the heavy gravel and stuff, falls out in another settling pond, and some more fines fall out. 3rd settling pond, even though it looks dirty, it's a lot cleaner than when it went in the first settling pond, and then we pump it out of the 3rd settling pond. So we're totally recycling. It's a closed system. We recycle the water. We don't use the water out of the creek. We don't put water into the creek. We just use it from the 3 settling ponds, and they go round, round, and round. And then the settling ponds, that's why I got mud over there, that clay that seals the backside of the ponds so the water can't get out of the ponds into the creek. Dig a hole in the bush, we bring the dirt out of the bush, the stuff we think is hay. We dump it all here. We might dump 10 loads, let's say 120 yards, or 20 loads, 240 yards, 300 yards, and then we throw it into this hopper. So this hopper has a grizzly on it. That's what you call these bars. You call that grizzly. So that keeps the big rocks and stumps and big things from falling in and plugging up the hopper. A little area about a foot wide that's flat with some teeth on it. That's the shuffleboard. And that moves the head slowly like this. So when we dump the material into the hopper and it doesn't want to move, that just helps that material move towards the trommel. Here, at the end of the shuffleboard, that's the throat. It's called the throat because that's the throat between the hopper and the trommel. This long round barrel here, that's called the trommel. And it's turning. While it's turning, there's a spray bar in there, and the water again. It's washing all that gravel going through there. That chain is coming from the drive unit down there, and that's what turns the trommel, that chain. There's a drive shaft coming from that black machine over there, which got a bunch of hydraulics and water and a pump, and that drive shaft is turning that drive unit. At the end of the trommel, you see a bunch of holes there. So there's small holes in this end and bigger holes in the far end. So the small, that's the size of the gravel. So the small gravel falls out into the first sluice box. If you look down there, this first big wide sluice box, small gravel goes in there, and the big holes, that's the bigger gravel, goes into the thinner sluice box. And then you look from here and you can see expanded metal. That's the sluice box. That's what the gold is concentrated in that. That conveyor at the end, all the big stuff that doesn't go in the sluice boxes, we reject it. And the reject goes on the conveyor belt and it falls onto the end of the pile. So that's all the reject. We're kind of excited about this dirt here because it's rusty colored. It means there's lots of iron in it. Quite often the gold is affiliated with the iron because that's mineralization, sulfides. So now Shane down there, he's taking the gravel out of the sluice box and putting it into tubs, and it's going to go down now. So after all, we've concentrated the gravel. Now we got to take it out of the sluice box and take it over to the campers, and over there we concentrate it again. And when you can see the gold, it's always more exciting. A lot of times we'll shovel dirt in there all day and there's hardly any gold. But once we can see it, that's when we starts feeling we're getting something for all our trouble. So this is what the reject looks like. These are the pieces that wouldn't fit through the holes into the sluice box. I like the looks of this one. The rock with a lot of character, eh? You have a little bit of quartz, a little bit of this, I guess it's the clay that turned to rock, sedimentary turned to rock. But that rust there signifies probably, I'll bet you'd have some trace of gold in there. Sometime you'll find these little purple rocks and they're galena nuggets. Lead and zinc. And some silver. See,
you tell them how it's done?
You can take a look in here and you can see kind of a little closer how the cinch boxes are made.
Is there any gold in there or what?
First is gold in there.
See some sparkle?
That's where the gold is at the top there.
Oh yeah, we got some gold in there. Yeah.
This one here. See,
Oh, it's a nice chunky one.
see if we can get it out of there so we can have a look at it. We'd like to see them bigger than that. But this is our version of the Brinks truck. There's the gold going down to get cleaned.
Oh, this is the fun part.
Yeah, this is
Where all the work pays off.
the fun
You gotta teach us how to pan. Oh, there it is. Beauty. It's looking kind of juicy now. Nice.
That looks good.
Pan 2. There she be. Nice.
Isn't that nice?
Holy
That one's even better.
Old fever. You guys just. Well, thank you for coming to Hazelmere Flats and visiting our placer mine. I hope it was informative, and good Lord willing, we'll find lots of gold this summer, and we'll see you again. Welcome to Barkerville. Here's a picture of it. It's all burnt. And it's winter time to boot. Look at that. Nothing left. Well, there's a few shacks up in there. You got the California Gold Rush, and then the Caribou Gold Rush, and then the Dawson City Gold Rush.
Do you know
And
that?
then Fairbanks, then Nome, and the very last gold rush, which nobody knows about except me, is the First River Gold Rush, 1948.
That's the last one.
This is just a tourist town. These are original buildings. They built some of them, but most of them are brought from different areas and put up here. And it's this is sort of a copy, or it's in the same footprint, same area that they had the original Barkerville. And there's one story about how they were bringing dancing girls from Germany, but they had no piano. So they had 6 men went to Quesnel, which is about, I don't know what it is, 80 clicks, 60 miles. Watch yourself. So 6 men went to Quesnel, and they carried a piano for 50 miles. So there'd be a piano for the dancing girls.
Now it's important that you pay attention because at the end of
Singing a song.
there's going to be a test. Here, catch. And if you don't pass the test, you don't leave Barkerville.
That's why we're all still here.
That's not a joke. Go treat them all. And the
Down in the valley, oh, hey ho, the rattling ball, down in the valley, oh.
right now, in that vault there was a root.
Make a root like this with your hands, all of you must make a root.
A root, a rat.
Shake it,
Shake that.
there we go.
Shake it. And the root.
In the ball, down in.
We've had a pretty good day. My boys come down from Calgary to do some filming around the gold mine here and on Antler Creek in British Columbia on the Caribou, and we've had a pretty good time.
You can run on for a long time, run on